a very nice feeling to be present here, and that looking at the first ever student Biennale, which has been organized by Council of Architecture in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture. And let me tell you, there is such kind of a first is going to be repeated in the days to come, almost every point of time. It is the first that NASA as a student body meeting officially, in collaboration with Council of Architecture, working back to back, rather working more than others. It is the first that the 100 colleges at a very short notice have sent their entries, their models, and we are very, very enthusiastic about participation. Faculties coming in, students coming in. I was wondering that it's going to be cold in Delhi and how it is going to happen. And they all supported wholeheartedly. And that shows that what kind of a spirit each and everyone has. It is a first that in the center of Delhi, as said, we are capable of having a 7 days of function whereupon the students are visiting, and a huge number of students, not only from architecture, but from design. Not only from design, but the school kids. Not only school kids, but the specially able. They are visiting here, they are looking it, they are enjoying. Competitions are happening around simultaneously. Everyone is participating, and it is for the first time that a very small team of the organizers were capable of churning it out. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. That strengthens the feeling that this is a happening place. And I'm sure that in the days to come, as said, we are going to do lots and lots of great things happening around. I keep on saying this, that this is a time whereupon we have to understand what is the importance of our design, and of course what is the importance of architecture in the built environment. And if we are going to be that Unnat Bharat, then it is also necessary that we have to also value the design in the truest sense in all the formats. If that is not to happen as such, then there will be huge wastage of the resources. It is going to be a very inferior sort of a thing, and I am very, very sure that when we say that we intend to be in that slot, then the perfection is something which is absolutely important, and if the perfection has to be achieved, then there is no other goal but to equip ourselves and the society to get the benefit from the architects and the designers. I'm very sure that the new generation of India understands this very well, and they would now be capable of taking up the things in a proper fashion furthermore. I once again welcome all here. I'm thankful to all who have made this successful. I'm thankful because you have shown a faith in the activities of Council of Architecture, and I'm sure that your support is going to be there. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. We've been very proudly led by you on this front for going ahead and taking our decisions in making Sammanati what it has been. I request President, Council of Architecture, Professor Kalsi, to formally welcome our chief guest for this evening, Dr. Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsi, the Chairperson of the National Council for Vocational Education and Training. Requesting our sir to felicitate our chief guest this evening. The Indian Arch magazine, which is an NASA India publication. Yes, Hari, would you please join on stage and hand over the publication to Hari Sasikumar, is the National President of the National Association of Students of Architecture. requesting Abasar to hand over the memento as well as a souvenir from Council of Architecture. Uh, I request you to take the seats. I'll just brief about certain felicitations that we had planned this evening, because no event is complete without the contribution of many individuals that come together to create one single synergy with the strong focus of uh, creating or rather moving towards a common goal. And for us, it was set out on day one, when on the 1st of November, when we first met, we spoke about how this event should plan out. It's 7 days were to be looked at, what all we could do. Can we have keynote addresses, panel discussions, workshops by students. And the first thing Professor Purohit said was, this is a students' event. Let them come here, let them tell us what they want. Let's see how they look at the event. Same evening, we had a national meeting online with representatives of NASA India from across the zones. Thanks Hari for arranging that day. And our agenda was set. We were sure where we were going. Of course, we also needed help from institutions, as when you have gone through the exhibition you may have realized. We will start with some felicitations, and I'm going to request our chief guest to honor these individuals as well. Starting with Dr. Pashmina Ghum from Pune. She has, for the last 2 days, helped us by being the jury moderator for both our online juries, Anubhuti and Chandrayaan Moon Design Competition. Just a thank you memento that doesn't do total justice to her time and coordination and energy that she has spent. Thank you very much, ma'am. Next on stage, I wish to request Vivek Sabharwal sir from APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture and Planning, Noida. It's very rare that you would find a director of a school spending more time on campus than their own students. But this is him receiving this on behalf of the wonderful gang of students that came from APJ. Not just the participants, but also the volunteers, the teachers, the people who put up the installations as well. We also wish to thank, if we have the right representation here, I would like to invite, if not a faculty, but maybe a student representative from SPA New Delhi to come up on stage and receive a felicitation on behalf of the institute. We were hoping Anil Diwan sir could make it here, but I guess he's running late. Yes, so I request Harshvardhan to receive it on behalf of SPA, as he is also the representative of NASA at the headquarters of SPA New Delhi. SPA has not just provided us with volunteers, but with support for juries, as well as keynote speaker and alumnus yesterday. Sonali Rastogi was also from SPA. So thank you SPA for your support. The third institution that we wish to thank is CEPT Ahmedabad. If we have a representative student or a teacher here. Yes, is there somebody from CEPT? Yes, wonderful. Please, round of applause for them. I don't want to get into the logistics of it, but they shipped, rather couriered 16 wonderful models from Ahmedabad to here. didn't ask us for a help to even unpack them. They unpacked it all, they put it up all, and it was a wonderful show. These models have been all revered very well. All right. Alina, I would request you to felicitate the next set of students, volunteers, who came from all the way from Pune and have been here for the last 13 days working behind the scene for this entire event, from day one of making the first poster of Samanati to the launch movie to designing the memento to even at the backstage right now, inviting on stage Sejal Tote to receive her memento. They are fourth-year students from Biennale College of Architecture, Pune. The 5 students who've been working almost day and night for the last so many days on this event. Great, thank you, Alina. Thank you, Sejal. The second person on stage, we're requesting Rama to come on stage. Rama Velankar. It won't be an exaggeration, but every guard on the site, every person from the IT, everybody at the art gallery, everybody in the food court, everybody knows them, all 5, and they listen to them more than anybody else on the campus. So a round of applause to our volunteers. Third is Janvi Patil. Fourth on stage, requesting Gautami Dakwale to come on stage. And they gave their exams and flew the same night here so that they could be here in part, be a part of the organizing. Gautami. Next on stage, Anvesha Mahale. Thank you, Alina. Requesting Dr. Singh Kalsi ji to felicitate the following people from NASA India. They've been what do you say, pillar of support, or rather the entire foundation of this event. First on stage, Hari Sashikumar, the President, National President, NASA India. Relentlessly, they all have been working, they have provided all their support. Arushi Ponala, the former zonal president of Zone 3, NASA India. She's been here from rather the day one when we got to the site. She's been here, she's coordinated most of the on-the-spot workshops, competitions, single-handedly managed our war room for all the stationery that went in and out as well. And also the volunteer management was with her. Along with her, Ajay from Zone 5, the former Zone 5 president, Zonal President. I'll invite him on stage. He's been looking into conduction of all these workshops and one of the nice guys to have around while you are panicking regarding things. Next on stage, Shikha Kamath. She is a treasurer designee on the National Council of NASA India. She conducted a wonderful Q&A yesterday, and she's been a great help as well in terms of managing the volunteers. These are our thank yous that otherwise go unnoticed for an event as big as this for 7 days. They say public memory is short and then they forget who was there on ground helping. But we thought we should recognize each and every one. So the list might just be a little long, sir, ma'am, but please bear with us. They all have made this event possible and we can't not say a thank you to them. I'll request Hari to also receive the mementos for Mani and Tanuja, who are also a part of the organizing team, but they couldn't be here because they had their exams going on and they had to go back to their respective places. One is from Zone 6 and the other is from Zone 4. Right. So their mementos, I'll request Hari to receive on behalf of Mani and Tanuja. Tanuja managed our entire registration process for the first 3 days. She set up systems that we could easily follow. And Mani was our man Friday. He was running from here and there, managing things. But last 2 days, they had to go back to their native towns for their exams, which are due in a couple of days' time. Thank you, NASA India, for being so kind and wonderful. Now, I'm going to request all the dignitaries on dais to take the seat because I'm going to call upon 27 people at a time on the stage. Because you can't have a Council of Architecture event without the members of the organizing team from the office of the Council of Architecture. Requesting Oberoi sir to receive this memento on behalf, but I would request the entire team members to come up on the stage for a group photograph. We have a certificate for each one of them. Oberoi sir himself as well first. Deepak Kumar ji, Sandeep Sharma ji, Deepak Kumar Singh ji, Murari Lal Bhatt, Lalit Prakash Kala, Manoj Sharma ji, Shankar Lal Sharma, Harpreet Kaur, Rajiv Chadda, Ishwar Dutt, Ashok Kumar, Yashoda Verma Rawat, Manoj Kumar Gautam Bhaiya, Sweetie Sharma, Jyoti Gautam, Pooja, Ashish Gupta, Akanksha. You could line up behind as well, maybe, right? Gaurav Kothari, Vishal, Kishan Tyagi, Vijinder Kumar, Vijinder Bhaiya, Sanjay Kumar, Gagan, Piyush and Rajendra Kumar. Round of applause to all of them. I am not kidding. They have been on their toes on a single Bhaiya, बोल दूं मैं walkie talkie पे and they would rush. I'll also request our officer on special duty, Prabhakaran ji, to be on stage with the team. I'll request our chief guest to hand over the memento. Jayashree ma'am, could you please join on stage as well? Jayashree ma'am is our council officer, of course, the director of the Council of Architecture Training and Research Center at Pune, the first of its kind that was started. I request our chief guest to hand over the memento to R.K. Oberoi and request him to receive all the certificates on behalf of the Council of Architecture staff. And then all of you could pose for a group photograph. I'm sure this will be iconic and go down in the council newsletter soon. The bats are also cheering for them. Thank you, Team Council of Architecture. Thank you so much for being so kind and nice. Thank you very much. You all can take your seats back in the audience. Next on stage, okay, no photograph. Next on stage, I promised when on day one when we had a meeting here on the site, I said everybody who's contributed to this event will definitely get a chance to go on the stage once. I'm going to invite the entire Infinity event management team to come on the stage. Ramji, get your entire team on stage, please. Ajay sir, please be here on stage. We have a special thank you memento for all of you, our event management team of Infinity. Alright. I request our chief guest to hand over the memento and the team to pose with the photograph. Thank you, Team Infinity. Next on stage, I would like to invite the team Content Foundry, which is a sister concern of Team Infinity itself, but they've been managing all of our social media, live streaming on the CA social channel as well. Lakshmi and team, could you please come up on stage? Shubham, Ajay, we would request you to again join us on stage. They've been here. Rather, they were the first people on site and probably the last one to leave every day. They would cross-check with me what goes on social media. Is the content right? Is the spelling correct? Is the text correct? And at 11:30 we are trying to change posts that are posted just in case if we find out something was missing or had to be added. So Team Content Foundry is a sister concern of Infinity itself. A thank you, a big thank you from our side to Content Foundry. The third team, they're busy setting up the food for us, but we also want to thank the catering service, Manish Bhaiya and team, who have been very, very kind. Manish sir, could you please come on stage and receive your memento? Yes, please. Manish and his entire team has, I'm sure you have at least 50 people coming and say the food here is fantastic, right? Can you have a bigger round of applause there? Good. I also know people who only came during the food hours here. And I picked up two of them out as well. Well, thank you Manish, and thank you as the entire team. We're very happy to have your support. All right, we have a lot of competitions. We had a lot of competitions that we conducted during this entire course, and we are going to announce all the winners. Before that, it is my duty to invite the NASA headquarters volunteers on stage, who were fantastic. So I want to invite all the XQ volunteers for a group photograph. We will also invite Abdus and Harshvardhan to join them. We have a memento from the Council of Architecture for you, the bags that the Council has specially made for both of you, and the entire NASA volunteers. Hari, join us. You have their face across the nation. I'm sure all of you sitting in the audience must have bumped into them at least once across the last 7 days. They've been very kind and very nice people, very good students, fulfilling the duty of being our outreach and competition partners for this wonderful event, Samudri 2023. I've done it before. Thank you so much, all of you. You can take a seat in the audience, and now is the time when I'm going to announce a lot of awards, a lot of them. Obviously, every time I'm going to also invite one of our team members who has been part of our committee for organizing this entire event, Samudri 2023. Sir, madam, we conducted 5 competitions, rather 6 during this 7-day event. Some of them were about inviting entries before, they're shortlisting them, then conducting the jury here. Some of them were also about installations, some of them were of fantasy design, from about having a first house on the moon. Some were posters, some were on the spot wall painting competitions. I'm sure you must have seen them while you walk here, and the completed ones are really beautiful. Of course, it was a tough choice. You can't have 20 people participating in 20 awards, so we had to cut down on the numbers as well. Still, we have a lot of them. I'm going to start with the Moon House, the Chandrayaan Moon House Design Competition challenge that was posed, and we sent out a brief. We had some wonderful entries for the Chandrayaan Moon House Design Competition. I'm going to invite on stage one of our committee members, architect Nirmaljeet to join on stage while these awards are being given out. Please join us, sir. Nirmal sir is at Nagpur, a professor, and has done some wonderful work in academia there as well. And he's been our core committee member appointed for Samudri 2023. So take the seat on the stage there. Please, sir. So, like I said, I'm going to invite one of our members every time one set of awards are given out. So the Moon House Design Challenge, the second runner-up for the Moon House Design Challenge, whose jury was conducted online this morning. We had 13 shortlisted entries. All of them came and participated online, presented their works. Sir, I would like to tell you that there were school students also taking part in this, so there were several categories as well. The C category, the Senior Architecture Students category, the second runner-up is IDPT Sketch Surat Gujarat, COSAM CC059. I'll just read out the name. Abdullah Sheikh, Darshil Patel and Samarth Wakil. Anybody from Sketch Surat here? They all had joined online actually. We really hope there was some representation to take this award. The first runner-up, because young architects were also invited, on the stage I would like to invite Ancient Technologies, SAMCC004, architect Ashleen Kaur Sahani, Tarun Arya and Vishnudeep Das to collect their award. Do we have representation? Wonderful. The first runner-up for the Moon House Design Challenge. So we decided, because this was an event where we were not looking at registration fees or any of the delegate fees, we decided we would rather give them useful stationery items for all of them, of course with certificates and mementos, but also a lot of stationery takeaways and goodies that I kept talking about all these 7 days. Thank you, Team Ancient Technologies. And the winner, the winning teams are shared. It's a shared winning prize. And 2 teams have got the same marks from all 3 jury members cumulative. So we didn't want to average out, or we didn't want to sort of give preference to one jury member's mark. When we averaged out, both the teams ended up with 81 marks each. Winners being shared IDPT Sketch Surat Gujarat, COA SAMCC 057, and Gateway College of Architecture, COA SAMCC 062. I request the team on stage, Rashtra Saran, Adalka, Siddhi Gupta, and Kushagra Sigal. Please be seated. They gave a very wonderful presentation this morning, and the only comment they received was that do you think this will be built? And they said hopefully very soon. And that's all. The jury had nothing to ask about it. Such a wonderful entry it was. Several things. There are mementos, color paints, certificates, and so many things in the stationery that they received. So Dignitary College of Architecture and Surat both shared the prize as the winners of the Moon House Design Challenge. Wonderful entry, guys, wonderful. The entry is put up, of course, you can see. There were 3 sheets and the limitation was very less, but they still presented the ideas very well. There are other 2 categories for the school kids, and there are 2 special mentions, and both of them go to the Vidya Valley School from Pune. There are students of 8th standard and 9th standard who presented, and they came online, presented their ideas, and both the juries felt that they deserved the special mention awards for their entries. I'll just read out the names. Both schools are not here, they connected online. So we'll be sending out their certificates and gifts to them soon. Probably I'll have to carry them with me to Pune. So Vidya Valley International Team, COA SAMC 8002, Adit Sanjeev Mishra, Adarsh Adhikari, Rachit Nautiyal, Tanishka Mahesh Sagaukar. And the other team that has won is Akash Sagar Zite, Arav Jain, Ananya Salil Panse, and Brinda Rahul Charkha. Round of applause for the school kids as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, Milind sir, for being a part of this organizing team. Thank you, everybody on stage. The second competition we hosted, you must have seen the entries there. The posters were put up 1 feet by 1 feet. So there were 2 rounds of that jury. One was shortlisting from the received entries. I'll put on record. We received 125 posters for this, which was a good number considering the timeline. And we shortlisted 31 entries for the same, and we received 29 entries as our final put up. For the poster design, I request Puneet sir to give away the awards along with our chief guest sir. The runner-up for the poster design competition, and that is why I requested them to stay back, is Geetam School of Architecture. Ankita has won the award. You can receive on her behalf. There were 6-7 posters that was received, but Ankita has won the second runner-up for her poster on Shapes of the Future. So round of applause for Geetam School of Architecture. Thank you, Geetam. And the first runner-up, they've already come on stage once for second time, APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture and Planning, Karthikeya Singh and Kunio Ken for first runner-up on the poster design competition. From the APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture and Planning. Round of applause, guys. And the winner team, coincidentally, had the same marks and coincidentally are from the same institute. IDPT Sketch Surat, Gujarat. I don't know, they don't have representation here today, but they are having 4 prizes, and unfortunate that nobody is here from Sketch Surat here to receive. The winners were Sketch, both the teams, COSAMP 078, COSAMP 077. These were the codes allotted, so this happened completely impersonal. Pinsi Patel, Mayank, and Manav Sailor and Khushi Jain. They will send across their gifts. Thank you, Puneet sir. Those were the winners of the poster design competition. Thank you, sir. The next competition, I request Architect Jayashree Deshpande on stage for this competition. I'll request a chair from backstage as well. Jayashree ma'am is also an appointed core committee member of Samanidhi 2023. She's been our guiding force with all her experience of organizing such events for years that I know as a student and as a professor as well. For Anubhuti, because it was a design competition, we received a lukewarm response in terms of number of entries, and then we had one round of shortlisting because a lot of design requirements were there. Still, we had wonderful entries, and top four presented their entries yesterday. And however, I put the maths, trying to. Can we have the audience? Yes, audience, could you please keep it low? However, we tried to put our maths together to see who could be the winner of the two that were tied. All the maths led to telling us that both had to be joint winners. And interestingly, with the same marks, winners of Anubhuti, two colleges, Gateway College of Architecture and Design, COSM A027, and Faculty of Architecture Planning Code, Vivekananda Global University, VGU. Do we have VGU representation here? Code VGU representation? Alright, so Gateway, can you please come here and receive your first winner award for the Anubhuti So that's their second win this evening. They won the Moon House Design Challenge and they won the Anubhuti, the Art District Design. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. You can remain on stage. For the next awards, I'm going to request our Chief Guest and our Vice President, Council of Architecture, Gajanand Ramji, to give away the awards. We had a very interesting competition because it received a wonderful response. We will celebrate together after I'm done. Alright? Thank you. We received some wonderful entries, some buildable, some non-buildable, for the Aikya Installation Design Competition. We in fact had 3 layers of jury to this. One was shortlisting entries that were more practical towards reality so that they could be actually put up here. I'm sure all of you have gone through and seen these. And the other aspect was we had a jury that walked in and saw this. Meanwhile, we had a third round of jury where we reviewed all these entries online due to the issue of travel. So jury members were, I'll give away the names because she visited here. Takbir Fatima was one of the jury members who saw all of these. In fact, she photographed all of these and posted on her social media because she was so overwhelmed by the way the work was done. Second runner-up for Aikya this evening is Aurora Design Academy, Hyderabad, ADA. Can we have the team here? COSM E045, Mohammad Faiz Shah Khan, Indu Manusa, Ayush Singh Zubair, Imran Udin. They're not here. Can somebody receive on their behalf? Thank you. I would have really appreciated people being a little more confident about their own winning and also cheering others as well. Thank you. The first runner-up this evening for Aikya Installation Design Competition, and just by 3 marks they are first runner-up. The Avni Institute of Design, I don't know if Joe, we have representation here from Avni. Yes. Are you here for Avni? No? Alright. I almost thought you were here. They had to leave. They told me I've had a conversation with them. The kaleidoscope that went, so we have a winner, so we have to, sorry sir, Gajanji, we'll have a winner as well. Winner with, again, tied for the first place with equal number of marks, and that too 91% marks. COASAME001 APJ Institute of Technology. Don't celebrate so soon because the second team is also from your college. COASAME0015. Shikar Roila, Ojasvi Singh, Zoida, Nitin Bhati, Sneha Sharma, Divyakshi Gaur, Sri Raja Kaushik, Arjun Sharma, Swami Jain, Anurag Hassan, Siddiq and Abhishek Yadav. Both the teams have 91 marks as an average from. I'll request the teachers who guided them to be on stage as well, Nida ma'am and Ashraf sir as well. Round of applause. See, like I told you, the first layer of screening was practicality of execution. But the second layer of screening was how does it get executed on site. I think deserves a round of applause. So the winners, APJ Institute of Technology. There's the other team also can receive the awards. We have lots of awards and stationery for all of the winners. Mementos, certificates and stationery. Round of applause for the School of Architecture and Planning of APJ Institute. Thank you, Gajanan Ramji, and thank you, Chief Guest Sir. There are two on-the-spot competitions. Like I said, we have made sure that students are engaged in a lot of competitions here, especially wall painting that received a lot of good response. And when our jury members went around, they were so indecisive, I would say, because they said, wow, all of them are so good. Can I take a piece of this home? Can I take this one home? Can we cut this and can you give this to me? And I'll put on record on both our panelists, both evenings, were the jury members for the painting competition. Like I had announced, we had two levels of juries. Finished paintings were reviewed on 12th and some were reviewed this morning. There are two second runner-ups. The second runner-up for wall painting, SAMWP 04 Jamia Millia Islamia. JMI, do we have representation? If you are here, please raise your hand. I don't know if you are walking out or you are coming on stage. It's very difficult. JMI, Abhishek, Om, Sachin, are you here? Yes, great. I have no idea why they are taking away so awards home. The other second runner-ups is APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture Planning. WP12, Anjali Akash, and Mohammad Atif Ali. While we are at it, I want to put on record special appreciation for APJ Institute for their participation. Along with them, Chandigarh University for their support to this event. D.Y. Patil University, College of Architecture, Nehru, Navi Mumbai, and of course, we wouldn't have been able to develop this event without the support of our institutional partners. The first runner-up, SAMWP 13, Pillumodi College of Architecture, Sripanna, Umapati, Zobrata, Anishmita and Devarun. Are they here? Are the winners from Pillumodi College? The Cuttack College had to leave, I'm aware. The first runner-up, this is Nain Safi, totally APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture and WP15, Sujal Ojaswi, Akanksha Pulkit Harshal. I really appreciate, and you deserve that sort of cheering. The winners, the winners this evening for the painting, wall painting competition is again a tie because, see, like we said, we can't let 1 or 2 marks let this affect. So we were debating and debating, and then we finally agreed upon 2 entries. Winners this evening: Savita College of Architecture, SAMWP 01. Arvind Pramod, Shreya, Sangamitra, Pavitran, and sharing the prize with the winners, Savita College of Architecture. The other team is from the Chandigarh University UIA, SAMWP 17, Vishwajit Das, Priya Gupta, Sijal, Dipti, Aman, Akshita, Shreyanshi. Do we have that team also here? Chandigarh? Oh, wonderful. We have separate trophies for you, don't worry. None of the joint winners get 1 trophy. We have made 2 trophies surely for everyone. That's the team from Chandigarh University UI. There has been a wonderful support to this Samruddhi 2023 as well. The Council of Architecture really appreciates the support extended by certain institutions. They've gone beyond the usual and helped us. Alright, the last prize on stage, and we then move to the most important segment. So we conducted a sky-high competition. We had 3 levels of jury members looking at it. If you've noticed, we've adhered to our briefs and requirements and marking systems that we have published. The Sky High competition explicitly spoke about how innovative was the approach towards making those towers or bridges. The winner this evening is only one team, Z561 Christ, Kengeri Campus, Manas and Harshita. Are they here? Wonderful. Good. I like it when the winners are here on stage. Sky High winners Z561 Christ, Kengeri Campus, Manas and Harshita. Round of applause. They were at it for 2 days. I remember seeing them coming in early and trying to finish their tower here. Unfortunately, the jury didn't find any of the bridges to be very innovative, so we only awarded the tower. Thank you very much, all of you on stage, for giving away those awards. Thank you, everyone. Round of applause for all the winners. I'm sure we were discussing when we were making the certificate. There are 100 participants who have got a merit certificate this evening through all these awards, which I think would make anyone and everyone happy to while they go home. Thank you so much. We've already had the presentation and keynote by our guest of honor, Alina. Now I'm going to request our chief guest this evening to make his talk, and then we will move towards the closing ceremony of this wonderful evening of Samruddhi 2023. And that will be curtains this evening, because we meet back again 2 years later from now for another Biennale. Like I said, bigger, better. But for now, requesting Dr. Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsi, Chairperson, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, on stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Professor Abhay Purohit ji, President, Council of Architecture, Architecture Alina, Architecture Gajanan Ramji, Architect Puneet Sethi ji, Architect Abray ji, faculty members from various institutions, architects and very dear students. I'm extremely happy to be here as part of this event. Samanati 2023. And it reminded me of my days in University of Roorkee. I am a 79 pass out, and I was sharing with Professor Purohit that for 3 years I stayed in architectural wing, and we always enjoyed their company, their support, and we loved them. And we loved them so much that I married one. Now I'm told more than 1,000 students have come in this competition. They were part of the competition. More than 8,000 school students visited in the last few days. 21 competition in 7 days. 21 competition. I was looking at the exhibition, and I can very clearly say that this was one of the highest creativity and innovation per square foot which I have ever seen. And I could spend days looking at the exhibition, going through all details. And I am very happy. Talking about the bigger picture of the global real estate, today the size of the real estate market is $7.2 ट्रिलियन। पूरी दुनिया की जो इकोनॉमी है वो $105 ट्रिलियन की है। उसमें से $7.2 ट्रिलियन रियल एस्टेट, एंड दिस इज रियली ग्रोइंग। आने वाले कुछ सालों में दिस विल क्रॉस more than $8.5 trillion. Now, if you look at India, in India the CAGR is wonderful. India aspires to achieve about $1 trillion by 2020. और अगर मैं रियल एस्टेट साइज में जाऊं, I can really easily earmark 5% of this amount which people would spend on architecture. So look at the kind of local market we are talking about. $50 billion in next 5 years. That's not a small amount of money. It's huge. Now, architecture has become a very, very important part of this entire economy, especially in the light of sustainability. That's a big challenge. You have sustainability, you have new technology coming up, so that integration has to be there. You have adaptive reuse and renovation. Also, there's a lot of change in the habits of people post-COVID. Most people, they prefer working from home. So remote work impact is very profound. And resilience and climate change, that's again extremely important. Now I saw some of the most important trends here that very beautifully you are documenting the Indian heritage and traditional architectural styles. That is something which we must take to the globe, to the entire world. That is where we actually shine. So I've discussed a number of ideas with the President, Council of Architecture, Professor Purohit, and we're going to work on that. Here I would mention only two more points. You must be aware of the National Education Policy 2020 and the way it is being implemented through the National Credit Framework. And the National Credit Framework is one of the most integrating documents which is integrating not only education right from school level to diploma level to higher education level, but it is also integrating education across all disciplines. So architecture is not only single discipline. Today architecture also needs a multidisciplinary role, which is part and parcel of the NEP and NCRF. So Professor Purohit the other day was with us, and we along with Chairman UGC, Chairman AICT was also there. And we have discussed few of the important changes in the architecture of the entire ecosystem. So he is working on that, so I am not going to share those here. Ultimately, once it is done, it is to the best advantage of the students. What I have suggested him, that there are a number of subjects which architecture colleges can introduce in other colleges, because they are interdisciplinary subjects. Similarly, there are many subjects which you can learn from others, and that is allowed. So you can take at least 25% of interdisciplinary subjects and multidisciplinary subjects, and 50% of the credits can be earned based on skill education. And the skill education could be anything. There are a number of areas where you can really excel, and we are working on each one of them, right from artificial intelligence and real estate, AIML, that is implementation of AIML, then IoT for your real estate, big data, smart homes, augmented reality, virtual reality, drones, use of drones in real estate. Now, this I started some 6-7 years back while evaluating the project. Automation in real estate, CRM software in real estate. Similarly, blockchain, while you decide on the ownership issue. Intelligent building management, geospatial technology, predictive maintenance, asset management, BIM. Now we have number of courses in BIM. Right now there are 10 courses approved at the level of the second year, third year, fourth year in B architecture. So there is a lot of scope of including skills into architecture, and with this NCRF coming in, there will be a lot of flexibility for all of you. Somebody enters one area of architecture, not necessary that you have to go through all 5 years. You can change your field right in the middle. Similarly, if somebody is in some other area and he wants to come to architecture, there would be a bridge available. So I would like to congratulate Professor Purohit and the entire team, especially the NASA team for conducting this wonderful event. And I hope that this endeavor will go on, and next year this will be even bigger. And wherever my support is required, NCVT will always be there to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed inspiring, and the last sentence is very, very important for us, because that hope of being able to deliver with all the support that is required is very, very important for anything that needs to be planned for the future. Round of applause for our chief guest this evening. We will be having a vote of thanks and the national anthem, and then there are two musical performances by NASA India. Two colleges have come here. I'm going to request Abdus or Harshvardhan to brief about it later. But I'll request you to wait on, because we have a huge gala dinner, and I've been told it's specially curated today, so you'll have more surprises in the food menu as well. So wait on for this entire evening. A small announcement about the certificates. After the valedictory, the certificates counter will be open at the registration desk to give away the hard copy certificates of participation for all the attendees and teachers as well who have attended as faculty ambassadors. Inviting on stage for the vote of thanks, the convener of Samunati 2023, Architect Puneet Sethi.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Kalsi, our chief guest, Architect Alina, our guest of honor, President Council of Architecture, Vice President Council of Architecture, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries off the dais, fellow architects, students, ladies and gentlemen. You know, as Samunati 23 draws to a close, it marks the culmination of 2 months of tireless efforts of the organizing team, but more significantly, it marks the beginning of a journey of growth and future of architecture in our country, true to the literal meaning of the word Samunati. As the convener of this event, it is a privilege and honor for me to thank everyone connected with this Biennale, without whose participation this journey would have been incomplete and perhaps meaningless. I would like to thank all the members of public who have visited in large numbers over the last 7 days and have begun to not only understand and appreciate the built environment that they are part of, but they've also begun to understand the role of architects and architecture and good design that plays in creating that built environment. I thank all the students and faculty members from various schools of the National Capital Region, young students in class 8, 9, 10th, 11th and 12th who've come here to explore a new career that waits for them. I thank all our friends from the media houses who have covered this program extensively. My special thanks to our event management, social media and website team from Infinity. I thank our caterers, Mr. Manish and his team, for their efficient and excellent F&B services. As Mahesh told us, a big surprise awaits in tonight's gala dinner. Our profound thanks to our venue partners, the Lalit Kala Academy, the Sahitya Kala Academy, the Sangeet Natak Academy, who have given us these venues for these 7 days and plus another 3-4 days before that. We are deeply indebted to them for all their cooperation and the patience that they've exhibited and allowed us to conduct this program. My big thanks to our outreach partner, the Indian Institute of Architects, for their active participation and support. I'm very thankful to our supporting institutions, the APG School of Architecture, D.Y. Patil College of Architecture, Chandigarh University, Symbiosis School of Architecture, Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Architecture, Briggs School of Architecture, RV College, Karpagam University and Ultratech Cement for their magnanimous and unstinted support in this venture. We thank all the 108 schools of architecture from across the country who have participated in the exhibitions through their drawings, models and various installations. This has brought the entire exposition to life and presents a very promising picture of the future of architecture in our country. I request you all to please give a round of applause as I thank the outstanding contribution of the National Association of Students of Architecture, NASA, for being our outreach and competition partners and for the amazing energy behind putting this Biennale together. This Biennale would have been incomplete without the contributions of our jury members, of thesis awards and various competitions, and our experts for our workshops, our eminent speakers from India and abroad, our panelists who have been part of all the dialogues that we've had. Your expertise has not only enriched the discourse, but has been a source of inspiration for all young budding architects who are there. To be such an intricate exposition with interactive sessions, dialogues, competition and awards, the much needed academic support has been provided by Dr. Banuben Nanavati College of Architecture, Pune and IDS Nagpur. Our profound thanks to both institutions. Such a mega exposition could not have been possible without the tireless effort of its organizing committee. It is my duty and I take this opportunity to thank with the bottom of my heart Professor Deshi Deshpande, Professor Viren Gujarkar, Professor Mahesh Bangar, Professor Surabhi Gadkari, she had to leave yesterday, and Professor Durgaran Balsavar, who had left earlier. Please give a big round of applause. A small group of people, but the way they put this whole thing impeccably together is amazing. My thanks and blessings go to our young volunteers from BNCA Pune, Sejal, Gautami, Jamni, Rama and Anvesha. You have been amazing. The way they conducted the floor, the way they managed the whole thing, tells us what leadership and what organizational capabilities our next generation has. Ladies and gentlemen, to steer such an organizing committee, we are lucky to have the unstinted support of none other than Mr. R.K. Oberoi, our registrar, and his wonderful team of Council of Architecture who have been so painstakingly putting each and every nut and bolt together that we have just not felt as if anything is missing or anything is amiss. Thank you very much, sir. We are also very lucky to have a leader in our President, Professor Abhay Purohit, who reposed his faith in this organizing committee and guided this committee constantly through his expertise and vision. Very silently, very quietly, with his piece of advice, expertise, he just guided the way. Thank you very much, sir. I thank Architect Gadan and Ram, our Vice President, my colleagues of the Executive Committee of Council and members of Council of Architecture for their encouragement, support and continuous guidance. Friends, such a large mega expo is not possible without the visionaries who conceive such an event and then become the guiding light to encourage the successful organization of such an event. Our most profound thanks to the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, for giving Council of Architecture the opportunity to partner with them in organizing this Biennale. We thank Ms. Mugdha Sinha IAS, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Culture, for her leadership and mentorship. The way she conceived this whole event, the one which is happening at the Red Fort, and allowed the Council to organize this Biennale, I think is a landmark step in the direction of promoting architecture in this country. We thank our Honorable Minister for Culture, Shri G. Krishna Reddy, and Honorable Minister of State for Culture, Ms. Meenakshi Lekhi, for their guidance and support. Ms. Lekhi was the chief guest at the inaugural function on the 9th. And all this would not happen if you don't have a visionary Prime Minister. And I would like to take this opportunity to put on record our profound thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for giving the much needed platform to celebrate, to acknowledge and to recognize India's art, architecture and design through this Biennale. And if by any chance I have missed out anyone, my humble apologies. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a magnificent audience of this Samunati 2023. Thank you and see you soon.
Thank you, Prince Sir, the convener of our troop. Thank you so much. We have made a minute-to-minute schedule for this evening, and it says 7:30 vote of thanks ends. It's 7:25. Very proud of our timekeeping across the Sammanati 2023. Largely owing to what Professor Purohit has been saying, that do not delay events for people or for incidences. Make sure everything runs on time. And I'll request on my record at 7:30 to rise for national anthem. Thereafter, we will have performances by SPL New Delhi and Sushant School of Architecture, Noida, to present their to make their musical performances. Can we have the national anthem, please?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. Over to you, NASA India, enthrall us with your performances. I'll give them a 5 minute flute for setting up the stage. I'm going to hand over to Abdus, the National Secretary NASA India, to make some announcements. Meanwhile, I request all of you to stay back. The dinner is not ready yet, so you can't leave immediately. We'll